House of Israel, New York, New Jersey, Sabbath class for, what's today, March?
Today is March 6th.
March 6th. So, all praise to the Most High. We're going to start the Sabbath service and bring up the first scripture.
Con. All glory, honor, and praise to the Most High Power, Yahweh, in the name of the Son, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. We're honoring the Sabbath of the Lord today. So, to start off, let's go to Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. When everybody has it, say Con. Exodus chapter 20, verse 8.
I'll read it. It's the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Go ahead.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Right, so today's an honorable day of the Most High God, right? Every single week we have an opportunity from the Most High Creator to rest, right? We always talk about how we're getting ran down in this system, right? How they make you work 7 days a week. You don't get any rest. You know, our people are constantly talking about how they're beaten down, but yet they don't take the opportunity to rest from all the work that they're involving themselves in, right? So the Lord says that the seventh day is the Sabbath, the day of rest. So we observe the Sabbath on Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, which happens to fall on the seventh day of this calendar that we're in. But in any of the congregations, you should be keeping the Sabbath of the Lord, a rest day out of the days that you have. And when we had our own, right, everything on the land rested, the animals, right? Nobody went out and they were gathering food, things of that nature, right? You do that stuff prior to this day. So it's the holy day of the Most High God. And we have to keep this week in and week out. All right, let me get Salakia. Let me get Isaiah chapter 58. Verse 13. Everybody turn to Isaiah chapter 58, verse 13. When everybody has to say Con.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 13. When everybody have to say Con. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call this Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord, honorable, and shall honor him, nor doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words.
Right, so the Lord says if you turn away your foot from the Sabbath, right? So if you just disregard the Sabbath day of the Most High God, right? Why do you think it is that we have a Sabbath every week? And again, if you look in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, this is also a congregation, a convocation, Salakia, right? And a feast day, which again, we're thankful that the Brother Macabre always opens up his house and prepares this food for us, right? So this is the holy day of the Lord. So we're not supposed to be doing our own pleasure. What is doing your own pleasure? Going out, say you want to go work out, right? You have 6 other days to go work out, you know? You want to go and do something of your own. You have 6 other days to do that, right? You want to watch these type of, Netflix all day, things of that nature, right? Watch something educational in the scriptures or read, right? Put your thoughts and mind toward the Most High God, right? Not finding your own pleasure, right? Or speaking your own words, even in your communication, Try to keep it towards heavenly things and godly things. Go ahead.
And shall honor him not doing thine own ways, nor finding thy own pleasures, nor speaking thy own words. Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the inheritance of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it.
Right, and then once we begin to start keeping these holy days of the Lord, which the Sabbath being a very important one, then the Most High is going to give us the heritage of our forefather, right? Of Jacob, right? That heritage that is promised to us, the covenant, which is the kingdom of heaven. And it starts with doing the things that are pleasing to the Most High God, right? Let me get Nehemiah. Let me get Nehemiah chapter 9. We'll start at verse 13.
Come on.
start at the last one. Let me get Nehemiah chapter 13, start at verse 15.
This is Nehemiah chapter 13 and verse 15. Nehemiah chapter 13 and verse 15. When everybody have a say, "Con." Nehemiah chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, "In those days saw I in Judah some treading wine presses on the Sabbath, and bringing in sheaves and laden asses, as also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manner of burdens, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. And I testified against them in the day wherein they sold victuals."
Right, so this is the prophet speaking about how he saw in the southern kingdom in Judah, right, there were people that were treading wine presses. So what is that speaking of, right? Gathering the things necessary for them to get the wine, right? Bringing in sheaves and laden asses, which are donkeys, right? If you look into history, what our people did, of course, one of the main ways of trade was to what? Stack the stuff up on top of donkeys. You know, they used donkeys to bring resources one to another for jewelry, things of that nature, gold, right? It says grapes and figs and all manner of burdens, right? And what is that speaking of? It's speaking about work, right? You're doing some sort of labor when you're supposed to be resting. So the prophet is saying that he testified against them wherein they sold victuals, right? Go ahead.
"There dwelt men of Tyre also therein, which brought fish and all manner of ware, and sold on the Sabbath unto the children of Judah, and in Jerusalem."
Right, so now you have Hamitic people, Hamite, the Africans, right, which are in close proximity to the Hebrews. They were trading with the Hebrews, right? They were trading with the Israelites, right? They were buying fish from them, all manner of ware. And what? Like it says in Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, there's nothing new under the sun. So we see this all the time going out to the city, right? On the Sabbath, they selling these purses and all these things, right? You have all these other days to do it, but yet you want to go out on the day of the Lord and go buy these things. Go ahead.
"Then I contended with the nobles of Judah, and said unto them, What evil thing is this that ye do, and profane the Sabbath day?"
Right. So if you can do anything you desire, right? As far as keeping these commandments, you can do all those type of things. But if you don't keep the Sabbath, that's how important it is to the Most High. They said, "What evil thing are you doing that you profane the Sabbath?" Right? Profaning this day is an evil thing. The Most High, when he created this earth, right, he took a day of rest, right? So he set forth the example for us. We're supposed to be holy like the Lord our God is holy, like it says in 1 Peter 1 and 15. Right? So it's an evil thing to profane the Sabbath. You don't think that you're doing something bad. You're deceiving yourself. The Most High is very, very, very honorable, and he decides to use this day for us to honor him and put our thoughts towards him. Go ahead.
"Did not your fathers thus, and did not our God bring all this evil upon us, and upon this city?"
Right, so the Most High has already been judging our people since the beginning, of course, right? They underwent some of these curses too, by being scattered across all the nations, right? And now the Most High brought this evil upon us, of course, and now you're going to continue to do the things that help bring the affliction on us. Go ahead.
"Upon this city, this that ye do, and profane the Sabbath day."
Right, so you're saying you're bringing more wrath upon us by profaning the Sabbath day, right? You're bringing more hell and tribulation on us by profaning the ways of the Lord, right? The Sabbath being one of them, but multiple things. All of our people that want to continue in sin and don't even want to try to walk in a righteous way. Go ahead.
"Yet ye bring more wrath upon Israel by profaning the Sabbath. And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I commanded that the gates should be shut, and charged that they should not be opened till after the Sabbath."
Right, so that's how important it was to Nehemiah. Look, he said, none of this, no buying, no trading, this and this. We're shutting the gates to the whole damn city because none of our people want to listen, right? So he took it upon himself like a real leader does. You know, you can't allow everybody else to run it sometime. The Most High put the prophet in that position. So he said, look, we shutting everything down. They closed the gates so nobody is buying or selling, right? As the Sabbath began to dawn. Go ahead.
And so it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I command that the gates should be shut and charged that they should not be opened till after the Sabbath.
Right, so that right there, Salaki, that right there elaborates on how we're not supposed to be buying or selling on this day either. Right? Because if you're not supposed to do any work for hire, which involves what? Someone's a buyer, someone's the seller. Why is it lawful for you to buy and sell then? That wouldn't make any sense. If that's the case, then you could just go out and work on the Sabbath day. Right? Now, of course, you got to pray to the Most High. We're in this captivity. If God forbid you have to work on the Sabbath, take that up with the Most High. And the Most High knows your heart. Maybe if you do have to physically work, are you still buying or selling on your own time? Are you trying to still adhere to the words of the Lord to the best of your ability? But if you have the ability to be off, thankfully through the Lord, then you need to make sure you're doing what's required of you. Right?
And some of my servants sat I at the gates, that there should no burden be brought in on the Sabbath day.
Go ahead.
So the merchants and sellers of all kind of ware lodged without Jerusalem once or twice.
Right, so now that was shut down. They weren't going in there selling and buying all that stuff because, look, Nehemiah said, you thought it was sweet, right? You thought it was sweet, right? We're shutting all this down. They probably was at the gate trying to get in like, what happened, this and this. Nope, you're going to have to wait till after. Go ahead.
Then I testified against them and said unto them, why lodge ye about the wall?
Right, so like what we were just saying, right? Now they just posted up. It's like when the new Jordans come out and everybody's outside of Foot Locker just waiting. Damn, they're ready to break down the building to get inside, right? Matumbo, no, you're not coming in, right? You're not coming in, go ahead.
I will, why lodge ye about the wall? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you.
What do you say?
I will lay hands on you.
He said, I will lay hands on you. We're going to get busy. I told you stop coming up around here. You come back around here, we're going to get busy this time.
That's right.
It's that serious. This isn't some weak, effeminate type of thing, right? Like they teach you through religion. Right. This is an honorable day of the Most High God. And you got righteous brothers and sisters that's ready to get down for that. Go ahead.
From that time forth came they no more on the Sabbath.
And that was a wrap after that. He laid the law down. Look, you come through here again, we're going to get busy. And that's it. The Hamites ran out. All them other nations that wanted to trade with them, they got up out of there. And that was that. Right? So that's how important this is to the Most High God for us to follow the Sabbath. Because what? He gave us this day of rest. We're in this fleshly body. We're getting run down on a daily basis. So let's take one day to honor the Most High, right? Get our thoughts towards Him. And let's get some rest from the Lord. Because we need it. The Lord don't need this. We need this. Let me get Mark chapter 2 and 27.
Come on. It's the book of Mark, chapter 2 and verse 27. When everyone have a say, "Con." Mark chapter 2 and verse 27. And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath.
Right? The Sabbath is created for us. We need a day of rest. We get tired and worn down in these fleshly bodies, right? You go to a long day at work from 9 to 5, and then you come home beat down and tired, right? Take a day off of rest, get your mind right, start to plan out things like the Elder Terah brought out before. You get a day to recuperate, basically. Get a day of rest from all the tribulation that we're going through in this lifetime. So the Sabbath was made for us, The Most High doesn't need the Sabbath. He doesn't need rest, but what? He even took it as an example for us to follow. All right, let me get Matthew chapter 12 and 12. But I'll bring out one more after that.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 12. Whenever I have a say, "Con." Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 12. How much then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days.
Right, so the Lord said that's lawful to do well on the Sabbath day. Right, so what is that pertaining to? There's people that'll say, well, you should just be staying at home. Why y'all going out and teaching on the Sabbath day? You should just be sitting at home not doing anything. But what? That's not a good thing to go out and edify your people and teach your people? Right. That doesn't make any sense, right? And if it was a wrong thing to do, then why would you find that there's prophets in the Bible that were going out and teaching on the Sabbath day? Right? Were they in sin then for doing that? Or were they doing the will of the Most High God and gathering the sheep together? Right? If you're not at home resting and getting right in the scriptures, edifying yourself, you know, if you watch something, okay, that's one thing. But what are you watching? Are you watching the camp? Are you watching educational history to enlighten you? Get you sharp on history, times, and places? There's plenty of educational things to watch too. And then read the scriptures, coincide. Okay, wow. This is the time period that they were talking about right there. This and this. Okay, this was the ruler. This was the governor of Rome at this time when they're talking about in the scriptures, right? Oh, that's the year that the Greeks took down the Persians. Okay, the Battle of Salamis, right? Let's go into the history, edify yourself, right? But it's lawful to do well on the Sabbath day. So when brothers are out on 34th Street or any of the congregations that are going out and teaching people and enlightening people, that's doing well because you're gathering together the Lord's nation of people. Let me get Acts 13 and 44 just to bring this down, all right?
It's the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 44. When everyone have a say, con? Acts chapter 13 and verse 44. And the next Sabbath day came almost the whole city together to hear the word of God.
Right, so if you're just supposed to be sitting at home, what were the prophets doing then?
Right.
Were they just sitting at home? Or did the Most High put on their spirit, let's go wake up the sheep so that everybody can be gathered together, right? And that is church. That is church. Matthew 18 and 20, where 2 or 3 are gathered. Right now we're in church, you know. Thankfully the Lord, our brother Macabre got a place to open up for us so we can gather together.
Right.
It's serious though because we got to build each other up. So when we go out, we come together, learn. You know, I'm going to learn something from a brother. I'll learn something from brothers. You know, brothers may learn something from me, this and that. We iron sharpen iron, right? So we help build each other up. And this is an example of the apostles' teaching on the Sabbath day. Because what? It's lawful to do well. They're not going outside just hanging out, shooting hoops and playing basketball. They're teaching the words of the Lord, which the Most High is pleased with.
Good. Beautiful. All praise by Shem Mashiach Yahushua. Like the brother was saying, iron sharpeneth iron. You know, the scripture says what? Forsake not the assembly of brethren. Right? Let me get that in Hebrews. Forsake not the assembly of brethren, because what? Now is the time for the Most High telling us to gather together as a nation. A lot of people don't understand. Stuff is about to hit the fan heavy.
Can you turn that light on?
God.
The light. Yeah.
Stuff is about to hit the fan heavy. And a lot of people don't understand. The Most High is telling us.
Turn it back on, sorry. Now you got to do it.
Right. A lot of people don't understand. The Most High is telling us to gather together as a nation. Why? Because before the Most High destroyed the enemy nations and the heathenistic nations, he always gathered his nation as an army first, as a military. That's why we're saying the Most High is raising up Israel behind enemy lines in the midst of America. And the damn Edomites is very terrified, and they're scared and they're petrified because they know what happened in Egypt back in the past is going to happen today again. But this time, the Lord is going to bring a wrath of vengeance of a whole entire level, a scale that these heathens ain't never seen before. They ain't never seen what the Most High about to bring, the type of judgment and the sword, man. Let me get Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 5. Bring it out.
All right. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. When everybody has to say, Con.
Bring it out.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more, as ye see the day approaching.
So the Most High said, don't forsake the assembly of gathering. Right? Think about it, man. Throughout our whole life in America, man, we used to be in separate. We used to try to do our own thing, go ahead and try to be society by ourselves. You got Jake coming out the block, and he become a damn superstar or a basketball player or a rapper or a singer, and he just leave the block immediately. He don't come back and help his people. He's hood rich, right? He live in a mansion with Hollywood and everything, and he know his damn spirit don't connect with the damn Edomites in Hollywood, man. He knows that, but he's dressing like a damn Edomite, walking around with tight shorts and everything, and he's going against his own nature. And then he come back to his own society with his people, and they're like, "Yo, bro, damn, this nigga changed. He's different." And then they say he got that what? He got that Hollywood money,
right?
That superstar money, that NBA money. But he's different because what? Even Moses sacrificed the money and the riches he had to bring his people back to prosperity.
That's right.
And suffered wisdom, it's like here, and suffered with them, and it's crazy. I said suffered wisdom, because that's crazy. He suffered wisdom and suffered with them in order for them to rise up as a nation to gain wisdom and to also gain prosperity together. But with Jake in the hood, he just leave immediately. Why? Because society already set that up like that. Esau set that up like that for what? So he could be one against one instead of what? All working together as a team. When you work together as a team, you can overcome anything. That's why the Most High is bringing that together, 1/3 of Israel, to work together as a team to destroy this wicked-ass nation, which are the Babylonian Edomites. And all these heathens, because guess what? They teamed up as a damn team to oppress one nation, which is Israel. Right? Read on.
Verse 26. For if we sin willfully, after knowing that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
And that's why the Most High said we sin willfully. Part of you sin is you breaking God's commandments and you're not following his laws. And guess what happened? When you're away from the people and you're away from your congregation or your brothers, guess what happened? It's easier for Satan to come at you. Easier. Because you're around the brothers and sisters, you feel energized, you feel charged. Like, damn, man, yeah, he's been going through it. You got to pay this, you got to do that, you got to sacrifice this and that. But look, he's still pushing. Damn, yeah, I got to do the same thing. As soon as you leave, man, Satan is at the background, just at the cut, just looking. Wait till you get home. Once you get home, you by yourself in a room, and you're supposed to be reading, supposed to be hitting people up, supposed to be studying or praying or fasting. Next thing, Satan is like, yo, like, yeah, what's that music video you like? I think let's watch that, man. Right. You ain't gotta worry about calling this person, man. They called you, man. Come on, man. It's 10 o'clock. They called you, man. Come on, you can play some video games or something. You ain't gotta waste the time with them. You home right now. You know, when it's camp time, it's camp time. You ain't gotta worry about it. You know, you're just there just to help them out in situations. You know, you're there just to read for them and teach them. You know, but when it's camp time, that's camp time. When you're at home, that's home time. Let's just watch some videos. What videos you watching? BET Uncut. Right? BET Uncut. When the Most High said, let me change topic, man. Let me get, you got a precept?
Yeah, kind of had a precept.
Bring it out.
All right. Let me get Sirach chapter 33, verse 27.
Good.
Just what he's talking about.
33 verse 27.
So, you know, like the brother was just saying, you know, we all have been victim of that. You know? You start... See that? We all been a victim of that.
Bring it up.
You know, like you're feeling motivated, you're in the scriptures doing stuff, and then, you know, once you kind of have some time away, right? And that happens. That's why it's so important to even try to get together while we can. You know, because the time is going to come where we're not even going to be able to gather, like the brother said. We don't know that. You know, you think our brother Baruch thought that would just get cut short like that?
Right.
So now he's all in that cell all by himself. Just him, the faith that he has in the Most High. You think he got a Bible in that cell? No, but he's keeping the precepts in his mind, like I said, wrapped around his neck and his heart. So that's what's going to have to get him through. It says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, you know. We might take it for granted, the fact that we can even gather here right now and help build each other up. That we got scriptures and information. He don't got a phone in there. None of that stuff. It's just the knowledge and understanding that he gained while he was out here, you know. But go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 33 verse 27. When anybody have a say, Khan? Sirach chapter 33 verse 27. Send him to labor, that he be not idle. For idleness teacheth much evil.
Right, so it says, send him to labor that he be not idle. Right, like it says in 1 Corinthians 15:58, constantly abounding in the work of the Lord. Because if you're not doing something pertaining to the scriptures, then you have an idle mind, which is empty. Right, you're not working, you're not occupied with something to build your faith up. You know, so where's the idle mind give room to? Satan. That's stuff we heard when we was young. You know, so from our grandparents, our parents, and stuff. Right, so constantly doing something to work, revolving the work of the Lord. You know, brothers may be edifying people. You know, even if you're going back and forth with a scoffer a little, you know, you don't want to go back and forth too much. It says if they ignorant, let them be ignorant. But what? You're sharpening your sword too, because you got to make sure you got the right knowledge to cut that. You know, you making videos at home in the meantime. brothers and sisters trying to enlighten people, you know, making music to worship the Lord, you know, making videos on YouTube and putting that out so a sister might accidentally stumble across that and learn something, you know, something. Reading, trying to gain some more laws, you know, going on an app maybe to see what food has pork in it, with that something, you know, you're constantly abounding in the work of the Lord. So if you don't do anything, then it's easy for Satan to creep in, and it's happened to all of us. So we got to just continue to push forward.
God, a beautiful precept from the brother, and that's why we say iron sharpeneth iron. You know, each person to give brother certain precepts that you probably don't use, that you probably forgot about. You add that back to your arsenal. And you start to add on together. And like it says, let me get Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. Right? That's one of the beautiful things about this truth is there's no competition, right? Trying to battle against each other like in the world. In the world, everybody's fighting for that one trophy, that one crown. Right? Everybody want to be the superstar. They want to be the top dog. They want to be the king. But the Most High said of his truth, you got 144,000 kings you can have. So you can have a chance. Make your election and calling sure. And also the 1/3, which is of the daughters of Zion, also men and women and children. Right? So for example, like the brother Rock Ariyah, you know, only been in his truth like what? Almost a year. You know, I've been in almost 2 years. You know, a lot of people say I raise up fast in the spirit, but I could say the same about this brother right here. Now, why is that? Because the Most High is using them. That's why. Same as he's using us and multiple brothers in the camp of HOI, brothers and sisters. So what's happening, instead of you hating on a brother for his growth, you're supposed to what? You're supposed to motivate him and give him all the arsenals you got so he can get mighty. Why? Because as he get mighty, he'll teach the next brother and he'll pass it on down, pass it on down, pass it on down. So we all can move as a team. It's a team. We got to build and move as a team, as a unit. Because what? You're only as strong as your weakest link. You're only as strong as your weakest link. When one man think he's better than everybody and he can do more than everybody and he's smart and he's wiser, he got more scriptures than everybody, guess what? The Most High will expose your wicked ass. Straight up. And I can say that because as soon as I got in the truth, certain brothers try to destroy my spirit straight up. Try to decimate it and destroy it, obliterate it. And I come in all gullible, they know what's going on, happy-go-lucky and this and that. And I'm like, damn, it's like that? But I had to learn. The Most High says what? Before you become wise, you got to become a fool. And then you learn from other people's mistakes. There's 2 ways of getting wisdom. One, you go through it. You become a fool first because you're ignorant, you're gullible. And then after you get past that, you become wise, and now you know what not to do again. Another is when you see another person's mistake, and you learn from his mistake. And then you gain wisdom from that. So you don't even got to go through it. You just got to see it. And you're like, nah, I know what to do, what not to do. You see, that's the balance of being as a Hebrew Israelite in his truth. And the beautiful thing about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the Most High will give you when you start to fear the Most High. When you fear the Most High will start to elevate you in your mind, body, and spirit. And you'll start to get more knowledge and wisdom and understanding. That's why I say with this brother right here, that's why his name is Rock Ariyah. Young lion. You know, young lion, man. You know, my name is Ariyah. His name is Rock Ariyah. It's a beautiful thing. So there's a brother in the family right here, and he's growing mighty through the spirit. That's why I always tell the brother, just keep pushing. Don't stay content. Don't stay complacent. Keep pushing. Because me, when I came to you, a lot of people try to break me, man. And I was like, damn, like I didn't see it until I had hindsight. Hindsight 2020. You know? But other than that, you know, bring what you got.
This Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9, what everybody has to say, Khan. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor.
So the Most High said teamwork is better than one person, one-man team. Being what they call that?
Individual.
Yeah, individual like. So you an individual like. What happens when you get jumped? You ain't got no backup.
Right.
You solo dolo. You the one-man army. Go ahead, be that one-man army.
Right. Go ahead.
Be that one-man army. Go ahead, fight against 3,000 damn Edomites coming at your neck. What happens when you got 2? When you got 3? When you got 10? You got 15? You got 100? You got 10,000 with you. You move as a team. That's the ability of being a Hebrew Israelite when you're keeping the laws of Yahweh. Right? Read on.
Verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
That's what Yahweh Shai did when he was walking on water, and he told them what? They have no faith. But he still reached out his hand and pulled them out of the water and says, what? I got your back. I'm trying to pull you up where I'm at so you can be able to level up. That's the problem between the truth and people of the world. In the world, as soon as you get to the top of the mountain, Jake don't want you to go up with him. Jake want to kick you down immediately. If he see you, Jake will take the top of the mountain. The total is 300 steps. Jake will get there by hook or by crook to the top of the mountain at 300 steps. And he see another Jake get to 250 or 200. He'll send somebody down there to kick him down.
Start kicking rocks.
Start kicking rocks. Throwing rocks, might even piss at him or something. To make sure he don't get near him. Not knowing when them two get at the top, they can share. Sharing is caring. But instead, he want to be like Karen, and he gonna call the cops. Like, hey, yeah, you got another black man down there, and that's the Uncle Toms.
Right.
The ones that, them house, like sister was saying, them house, Negroes or them house chitlins. As soon as they see, so I got a degree, bachelor's degree and a master's in society, and I will not allow another black man to come up here with me. Right? Jake want to be all greedy, talking about the money when he don't know that Esau's the one that's making the money and controlling it. He's the one that got the bag, that's giving out the bag. Right? But what happens is what? When you work as a team, guess what happened? The money starts to stay inside what? The community. That's what the Lord is doing right now for HY and for the children of Israel and for the Hebrew Israelites. What? He's starting to build business inside the communities. So we can start to support each other. Brothers making staffs, brothers making garments, brothers making chains, brothers got hair products, sisters got hair products, all different things. Food, designers, music. The Most High is starting to build the operation of business inside the Hebrew Israelites nation right now. And we starting to support each other because guess what? We got the best talents. Other nations need us. They need us for their wicked societies. And then guess what? They take the money from our hoods, from our neighborhoods, and then bring it back to their country and build their nations. And the money, what's that saying? The black dollar stays in the community like what?
15 minutes.
Like 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
That's half a damn episode. Or a damn Martin show. Like Martin said, hey, Martin be like, hey, if you ain't got to leave, you got to get the hell up out of here. Well, that money just got the heck up out of here. In less than 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
A lot, kid.
Right? Good.
And to add to what he's saying is, our people are so destroyed, they just don't understand the amount of power they have, If you look at the amount of spending power that our people have as a whole, take away our people from buying these products that are ran by the Edomites. What if we started putting in the black businesses? Brothers bring all the time Rosewood and Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Harlem Renaissance. Imagine if our people as a whole said, you know what, we're going to boycott this. We're not going to buy that product.
Right.
Imagine you do that for this. Yeah. Okay, then one, this, then that, then that. In a year's time, this whole society is going to be destroyed if you take away. But our people, like the brother said, we get money, just have to go spend it. We don't try to invest in any way. We don't try to look out and build our nation up. Imagine if we put that into ourselves, how much we would prosper, But the Most High is putting that on our people's spirit.
Right. Beautiful point.
Yeah, I was just to land me back on that. I remember I brought up one time while I was speaking that, our people think that we're poor. But we're not poor. We're just not united. You understand? Because the Asians, their dollar stays in their community. $1 stays in their community for 30 days. Ours 15 minutes. If we stuck together, we make enough money as just blacks alone. Let's not bring in the natives. Let's not bring in the Hispanics.
Right.
Just the blacks alone, we make $1 trillion. We are the 11th richest country in the world.
Right.
If we stuck together. That's why you say, oh, black folks are poor, this, that, and the third. We're not poor. That's why you got Rabbi and all of them in our communities.
Right.
Bleeding us.
Right.
This is a gold mine to them. They actually have schools in Asia where they teach them how to come to black neighborhoods and make money.
Crazy.
Everybody knows we're rich except us.
Facts.
Beautiful point.
That's fact.
And like you said, rabbi, like a rabbit, like a damn pest, like with a tick, blood sucking tick. Like politicians, poly, which means many, and tick, bloodsuckers. They take everything from us, nonstop, Right? Bring what you got.
This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6. When everybody has it, say Con.
Con.
Ye have sown much and bring in little.
You have so much, right? It's like a machine with sewing as well. You have so much. You're bringing in you're producing a lot of things. A lot of things in society in America. Like, for example, the cotton field. They had us working in the cotton field sun up to sundown. For all the cotton, for what? For the clothing, for all different things. But also for the food. And the so-called Hispanics, they had to work in the sugar cane.
Con.
Right? All the tribes of Israel, from top to bottom, was used as a damn slave and as a damn workhorse in a damn wicked society of the Americans, also the Spaniards and the French. Read on.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
You see? Because we're the number one consumers. America's the number one consumer in the world, but it's because we are the number one consumers.
Right.
That's stuck here in America. So we eat and have not enough. We're eating from all these other nations. We're taking from all their products and everything, not knowing that we can make our own products. Why is it a so-called black woman, they just open up a hair salon? And it was funny, there was one that opened up a hair salon last year, and what happened to her?
She got murdered.
She got murdered. Immediately. She opened up a hair salon to try to provide for her people because she knows so-called black women love wigs and weave and everything. And that's against the law. You're supposed to go back to your natural, true hair. That's why the Most High put in the law. If you check the laws is made to cripple America. Why? Because America was made to cripple us. America was made to cripple us. Right? I had a lesson. All right, I'm going to switch the lesson. Read on.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
You drink Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Sprite, right? Liquor, malt liquor, right? Vodka, wine. You drinking all this stuff, but you don't own none of it. You don't produce none of it. So you don't have enough. Because guess what? For example, me, let's say I was making a ginger pineapple drink to stay healthy, right? And I'm like, damn, I should buy it at the store. And I'm like, nah, let me try to see if I can make it. Yo, I went and I bought a pineapple. Now, the pineapple in a little case, it be have like 7 to 8 chunks. It be costing like $5. And then I'm like, damn, I got used to it. I went and bought a regular big old pineapple, and it cost $3. Right? And I'm like, and I'm thinking it's going to be the same chunks. I went home and sliced that joint. It gave me like more than 15 or 16 slices of pineapple slices, man, for $3.
Fresh.
Fresh. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, yo, never again. Never again. I'm buying everything my damn self, and I'm making my damn self. Never again. For $3, I got 15 chunks of slices of pineapples. And then for the fruit salad, like the Caesar salad, I used to buy it for like probably like $13 or $14 with the chicken. I went and got me some salad. I think it was like around $4. And they got me some pepper and all this stuff and this and that and all that. And they got some Caesar and everything and all that stuff. And I made it my damn self. And it cost like about $10 to make it all and still have seconds and thirds.
That's right. So
I'm like, damn, this is... And it's healthy. You know what you're putting in it, or not to put in it. And you know you got your portions and everything. And I'm like, yo, I got this for cheap, and I just made it. Instead of going to them and having them make it, and I got to pay extra. And you can have it in your house, and you can make it anytime you want. And make it for the Sabbath, and you got to use no microwave or no stove. And I was good. And I'm like, damn, I could do this my damn self. And you become what? Self-proficient. That's what America doesn't want. That's why they want to keep you as a consumer. To keep being attached to their system. That's why they keep making $1 million commercials that last at least 10 seconds or maybe 30 seconds or a minute just so you can be consumed by it. You're like, yo, I got to get that. I got to get that. Why? Because they damaging your mind. They brainwashing your mind so you can just be like, nah, I got to get that. That's the cool thing right now. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me go buy this. Let me go buy that. Instead of knowing you can make it for your damn self. Right? Read on.
Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
You clothe you, but there is none warm. Because what? You buy clothes, you buy a jean that's worth like $1,000, $100. When you can take that money, get some threads, get some material for yourself, and make your own clothing. Better than the ones they put in a damn store. That's why they got garment makers like who? The brother Yakataz, the brother Latazia, right? You got the brother Daniela from Buffalo. You got the sisters that make garments. You got Shower Par's wife that make garments. You got the sisters in Philly that make garments. And they make it look better than the actual clothing. Because what? It's righteousness, and the Most High is blessing it, and it's us coming back to our Hebrew customs. That's why you got Hebrew Israelites looking fly as hell right now, man. All different designs. People in the world like, oh, dang, where you get that? You know those fringes? Oh, what color you got? They don't want to keep the laws,
right?
But they want to wear the fringes.
Fly.
Just to look fly. You know? Right? Read on.
And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes.
So Jake is chasing after the bag, not knowing that bag got holes in it. Because you earning wages in what? In this wicked society that's taxing you in every damn thing, man. Everything. They tax you in damn drinks, in water bill, in light bill, in phone bill, in the car bill, in the damn cable bill. They tax you in everything. Even when you die, you got to get taxed. Even when you're born, you got to get taxed in your birth certificate and your death certificate. Even when you get married, you got to get taxed. Right? Hold that and go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48.
I want to bring a quick precept.
Bring it up.
I want to just bring a quick precept on what he's talking about. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and 1.
Let me get that.
You said 28 verse.
48. 5 and 1, right?
Yeah.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1. When anybody have to say Khan? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1. Bring it up. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Right, so obviously this is speaking about when our salvation comes. You know, when our salvation comes, they're going to be looking like, damn, these are the chosen people of the Lord? The ones that we raped, robbed, and murdered, right, that we committed genocide on, that we didn't want to give no reparations to, that we didn't give them credit for the things that they invented, but we patented instead. They made no account of our labors. And this is still the same thing going on now. But what? They'll say, okay, so-called black people, y'all are just lazy and poor. No, you idiot. Y'all had a 400-year head start on our back.
Right.
That's like somebody's running a 400-meter race. You start at the 200-meter, but then we got to start at the starting line. How the hell are you possibly going to catch up to them in that distance? It makes no... You have laws set up to keep our people at the bottom. Right? You find loopholes in these laws, in the Constitution, things of that nature. You made no account of our labors. Look up the history of what our people have done. We built everything. Manhattan, Wall Street, the White House, every single thing that there is. We built it, and they give us no credit for the things that we've done. But the Lord is going to give us the credit, the ultimate credit, you know, and right in front of their faces. And they're going to be confounded. So we got to just pray for that time, you know. That's a point.
So like, I just want to put out that I just heard that they found out that Aretha Franklin, she owed $8 million in tax, and who won't pay that back? So they taking from us even when we dead.
Right.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's a sin, usury. That's a sin.
You want to see?
No, it's just what you're bringing up. You know, it's what's the scripture where it says that where they thought that you weren't my children, but they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the place where we're captive, there we go, Hosea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That scripture came to mind when you brought that up, because they're gonna be like, wow. Especially when our shot cracked this guy, dark skin, with a nice nappy head. You know what I'm saying? Glowing. Soul glow. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be like, yo, we messed up.
Right.
That's when they gonna know.
That's when they
know. And check this. We'll show you through what scripture you had.
I was going to Deuteronomy. Yeah, I got it.
All right, give me Deuteronomy. We're going to show you through just Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 48. The balance of following the ways of the Most High and forced to be following the ways of the heathens and slavery. All right, bring it out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. When everybody has it, say Khan.
Start at verse 47.
Khan. Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
Hold that right there. So the Most High said you're going to serve your enemies in hunger. They're not your friends, they're your enemies. Right? Now hold that and let's get a precept. Let's get Leviticus chapter 26 and we'll go to verse 17. We're going to show you through that's why once you understand enough precepts for certain scriptures, you can bring out a whole different lesson with it. And it will show you and prove to you how real this Bible is in these last days. Bring it out.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 17. When everybody has it, say, Con. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
And you shall be slain before your enemies. Once the Most High turns his back against you, he's going to have the enemies just beat you down and jump you, and you ain't got no help. You want to be a one-man army, an individual like? Well, the Most High say, let's see how you get out of this, son. Let's see how you get out of this when you're behind his back to a corner, and you got a whole heathen nation, not just one, all 17 heathen nations coming at you. Read on.
They that hate you.
They that what?
They that hate you.
So they're your friends.
They that hate you.
No, we all love together.
They that hate you.
No, Hakuna Matata.
They that hate you.
Read on.
Shall reign over you.
You know what the word reign means? That means dominate. Straight up. That don't mean rule. It means reign over you. That can be multiple years. They that hate you are going to reign over you. That's why King David himself, the Most High, gave him 3 choices. And he said, one of the choices was, I'll give you up to your enemies. King David said, hell no. Nope. Nope. Forget it. I'm good. Because they're going to reign over you and they're going to think of ways of wickedness, man. Meditate terror upon you. That's what Esau has done to us for more than 400 years. Read on.
They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
You're going to be scared to death because of how much power they're going to have against you, man. The swords, the weapon, the tanks, the guns, the military force, the damn military system, the American system, the court system, all the wicked laws they put, the 630,000 laws that they put, and they try to make sure that if you break any one of the laws, they're going to put you behind in jail and set up drugs in your neighborhood to set you up just to put you back in jail so you can serve slavery again. Read on.
Verse 18. And if you will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins.
So the Most High said, if you don't want to listen, he's gonna break you. He's gonna punish you 7 times more. That's why Jake can steal a damn candy bar in the store. Esau can steal a whole damn store, and Jake get locked up for 1 candy bar, and Esau start to own the store and the bank. And the bank. And get the damn certificate. And get the damn what they call it for the houses when you own the paper.
Bill of sale.
There is a bill of sale.
The deed?
One of them.
Yeah, the deed. You get the deed. Yeah, and you get the deed. Esau could rob a damn bank, and he'll get the whole bank. He'll get the whole bank. What's that saying? There's a saying: "Give me a gun and I'll teach you how to rob a bank." And then it say, "Give me a bank and I'll teach you how to rob a country."
That's crazy.
Yeah. Give me a gun, I'll teach you how to rob a bank. And give me a bank, I'll teach you how to rob a country.
Wow.
That's how Esau moves. Right? So that's one point right there with the Most High.
Just to add to that, verse 20. Right?
Go ahead.
You want to bring it out?
No, you go ahead.
All right. And your strength shall be spent in vain, for your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield her fruit. Right? And our strength is spent in vain. You'd be like, well, damn, if we invented everything, how come we don't get the credit for it?
Right.
You know, or how, if we're stronger than them, everything, how is it that they can rule over us? You know that it has to be a divine power that made this happen. There's no one could at all explain to me or dispute that it's not a divine power in this. When you look at the warriors that we had in our ancient kingdoms, the inventions that we had, the systems that we had set up for medical, right? A court system, a justice system that we had set up, right? All the skills and trades that we had. How is it possible that these people who are the basis of all people are on top of us and ruling us now? Right. We can't liberate ourselves from that. You know it's a divine entity that made this happen. And the only thing that's going to take us out is a divine entity. All Right?
Beautiful point from Brother Rock Ariel. So let's go back, Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. We're going to hold on that. We're going to bring out precepts from that one verse. Right? So read it again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and
what?
In hunger.
In hunger. Now we're going to show you two quick precepts. The balance of food. In wickedness, where they got pork and everything that they got to serve you right now in America to keep you what? From breaking God's laws. And also in righteousness, when the Most High give you righteous food that you can eat for yourself. Let me get Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. Yeah, I had a whole lesson in the spirit, like, nah, we just go with the flow. We just go with the flow, man. Ezekiel 4 and 13. So what's going on in America right now is what? We're eating the defiled foods that the American system has set up to make sure we don't keep the commandments of God and we destroy our vessels, man. We're so polluted right now, we don't even understand it. And the reason why we're still alive by the mercies of God. That's the reason why we're still alive. Bring it out.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4, verse 13. When everybody has it, say, come. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles.
So defiled bread represents food. We're going to eat the defiled bread amongst the heathens because they don't know how to do anything good. Any food, anything pertaining to righteousness and the laws of the Most High, righteous, clean living and eating, they can't even follow that. That's why you got the damn Hamites taking showers with damn cow pissing on them, and they taking a damn bath. You got the damn East Indian worshiping the damn cow, and also drinking everything from the damn cow, the cow pissing on him, and he's thinking it's a bath or a baptism or something. You got the damn, all these heathens, man, they finished. They are finished. You got the damn Chinese and Japanese killing the damn cow and just slaughtering it and just open up his stomach where the damn bowel movement is at and eating it as a damn dish. And I seen that on Facebook. They are disgusting, man. So we eating the defiled foods of the heathens, man. They eat bat soup like the damn Japanese and Chinese, where they started with the damn COVID-19, whatever the hell they want to call it. Right? They eating live bat soups.
Turtles.
Yeah, go ahead.
They eating rats.
They eating rats.
I seen that.
Especially the East Indians, yeah.
Chop that up.
Right.
Really?
They eating rats. Even dogs.
Snakes.
And snakes.
Bro,
And what? Aborted baby fetuses, man. I seen that.
Yeah, aborted baby soup in
Yeah.
China.
See?
God.
And they put it what? Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta see that.
Aborted baby soup.
And check this. They put in all these stuff, all these food coloring too. That's them sneaking in the aborted baby fetuses.
Right, the dye.
The dye and all that stuff. And also in the meat and the McDonald's and all that stuff, man. The brother Baruch said he's used to human flesh because when he was in war in all these different places, he said he could smell it and the stench, he could never forget it. This dude said he walked into McDonald's and he said he smelled it. He said he walked into McDonald's and he could smell it. So what is that speaking about? The burgers. The burgers.
Yeah.
God, that rabbi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salakia. If you do some research on Oklahoma, there was a McDonald's in Oklahoma that got shut down and was under investigation for having human meat in their factory.
You see?
It's madness, man.
Yeah.
It's madness.
Human meat and diseases and everything. Right? And that's defiled food right there. GMOs. Where nothing is natural right now. You know how scary it is to be born in society and realize the food that you see, like for example, fruits. If you're used to seeing fruits with no seeds, that's a scary thing. That means you're not even used to how it's supposed to be normal. So that's all you know. You grew up in society, especially with Israel. Wherever Israel grew up in, they become a product of an environment and they dominate that situation. In righteousness or in wickedness. Right. So if you grow up and you see there's no seeds in apples, there's no seeds even in the original banana and grapes.
I'm about to say, how about our favorite, the watermelon?
Right, the watermelon.
Yeah.
The same watermelon that they make fun of us.
Right.
Not knowing it's healthy and everything.
Right. Nutrients.
Right, nutrients and everything.
It's natural Viagra.
Right. Natural. It's healthy and everything. And it keeps your system clean, digestive system and everything. And it gives you high energy. The same thing they make fun of us in, and now they starting to get watermelon.
Right.
Right?
See that?
The same thing with chicken they make fun of us with. Now they love chicken. When they the ones that be getting more chicken than us.
God.
But they talk about it in IHOP. They talk about it in what's that damn, Popeyes.
God.
You put a Popeyes in the damn Edomite hood, that joint will be there selling for thousands of days, man. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
What, remember?
Yeah.
They love it. They love it.
And I thought only black people supposed to be loving chicken.
Right.
The white woman, the damn white man, everything we do, they do the same, but they just hide it. Like the WIC check, the food stamps. Who do you think gets the most food stamps in America? The white man and woman. They get the most food stamps in America.
Especially them so-called Jews.
Right, them so-called Jews. Because what? They some stingy bastards. They're
millionaires. And they wife still get welfare.
Every dime, every single half a penny means something to them, man. Half a penny. You take a penny for them, they'll lose their mind. Because they got his money. Right? Read on.
And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
Among the Gentiles. And what happens when you eat defiled foods? That's messing up your body, breaking up your immune system. It's destroying your temple. That's why the Lord said 1 Corinthians 3:16, don't you know you are the temple of God? It's destroying your temples. When you start eating healthy, the Most High start to deal with you more and more. The scripture says what? A sound body is like more precious than gold. A sound body, when you exercise and you eat healthy, is more precious than gold. That's why Daniel's, in the book of Daniel's, they try to force him with all different defiled heathen foods and everything. Guess what Daniel's did? He started fasting and he started eating healthy. And his skin started shining and everything. He started getting his health back and everything. And then Nebuchadnezzar and them like, damn, this man is wise. Like, man, this man is wise. And then they started to follow this same damn thing too. But you know what the heathens are? They can't keep a damn curriculum. They can't keep the laws. They're never on track. They go on sidetrack and everything. And then they go back to drinking blood and all this wicked stuff. They do all of that. Right? So that's speaking about hunger. Now let's... Yeah,
I just want to bring the next verse. So you want to bring it?
I just want to bring out what we were discussing earlier, if you remember. When I was coming up in the 70s and everything, when we were getting the healthier foods, and we actually knew what watermelon and grapes with seeds and all of that, you know what I'm saying? We had all of that.
Right. And
you could see with Jake especially, he was naturally built.
Right.
He had a natural six-pack. You understand? Obesity wasn't that crazy. Of course you had some. But I mean, brothers wasn't even working out, just out there, you know what I'm saying, chilling, just ripped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Playing basketball.
Right. Running up and down the street. You know what I'm saying? Just naturally ripped. And now look at everybody's overweight. Look at the sisters now. You look at the sisters from the 70s, they were naturally flat stomachs and everything. Now you see 20-year-olds out there, and they think they're cute with their belly out, looking like they got beer bellies. You know what I'm saying? It's because of the food, the defiled food and everything. And women don't cook at home no more or anything like that. Like I said, McDonald's was a treat.
Not every day.
Not every day. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful point. Somebody else has it.
Well, not just, that's the spirit, because the elder, like literally, the next verse 14, it says, then said I, Lord God, behold, my soul hath not been polluted, for from my youth up, even till now, I have not eaten of that which dieth of itself, or is torn in pieces, neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth. Right? So now what's that pertaining to? It said his soul's not been polluted. You know, like it says, the temple of the Lord is your body, and within that temple dwells the Spirit of the Most High. When you eat certain foods, it's been proven it affects your moods even. Yeah. The type of food that you eat. If you just eat junk all the time, you're going to feel like junk. Mm-hmm. You eat good food, you're going to feel upbeat and alive, vibrant, right? He says he hasn't eaten anything that's abominable. We know it's abominable foods, right? And those things carry what? If you look at a pig, you know, a lot of us were raised on, I was raised on that. You know, I was born down south even. That's what they ate. Chitlins, all that nasty, crazy hog maws, right? Pig feet and stuff. You know how many worms a pig carries? Over 15 worms, right? So you're defiling yourself, you're polluting yourself. And then the last point, he says, I have not eaten anything which dieth of itself or is torn in pieces. You know, if you go to a meat market, right, like Tyson chicken and stuff of that nature, right? First off, what a lot of people don't know, when you go to the grocery store and you see the food that's in there, they spray preservatives on it to make it appear more fresh. They spray that on there. And then second off, say you go to get chicken, right? Even in that pack of chicken wings, say you got a 12-pack. Each piece of that could be from a different bird. Chicken doesn't have 12 wings.
It's got to be from a
different
bird.
Exactly. You go and get a thigh, a wing, a breast. It's all from a different piece of the chicken. You don't know how that chicken was killed. You know, they shoot animals now. You know, a bullet is polluting it through the leg. You don't know what the hell is going on. You know?
Beautiful point. And also, I used to be in Islam, so what would happen when we would go to buy some lamb, they would pray over the lamb in Arabic, and they slaughter it. That's what they call halal meat, halal food.
Oh, wow.
Anything you hear that's halal food, that's a sin. You're not supposed to eat that. Because they're praying over it with Allah. With the Arabic words.
Sacrificing the devil.
Yeah.
Wow.
So even the food trucks, with the halal trucks, you're not supposed to eat that.
Wow.
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat that. They're praying over it with Islam. And for me specifically, Islam, the language, the Arabic language, is very demonic. It's very demonic. Once I got in the truth, I realized it. I heard it, and I could hear the tunes of it. It's very demonic. They talk about jinns and everything, all that stuff. They're putting major curses on people, man. Major. Even when you speak it, that's why I don't even try to speak it. I know the surahs, the words and everything. I don't even try to speak it. I don't even try to bring that type of energy towards me. Even when you speak it, you praying upon the food, and then they'll say this and that, the Arabic stuff saying, and then they'll slaughter the goat, slaughter the lamb, or whatever. Just like what happens with the wigs, with the heathens. When they get the wigs, they cut it off their hair and then they pray over it.
It's a sacrifice to their gods.
Sacrifice to the gods, and there's a trickle effect. It's a three-card money scheme type triple effect. Because now they sacrifice to their god, and their idol god will help them more, but it'll destroy the other nation, which is Israel, at the same time. So same as in the book of Numbers, when that damn Baal tried to put a curse upon Israel, and the Most High said, you can't enchant my people or curse them, that's the heathens trying that. Right, and the Most High will allow it. Why? Because you didn't want to keep his law, statutes, commandments. Every single law in the Bible is made to bring the children of Israel back to their perfection. Everything. Go to Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. In Deuteronomy chapter 20, it will show you that the Most High going to put plagues like the plagues of Egypt. Botched sore knees. Your back, your knee be hurting. Your neck be hurting. Your elbow, everything. That's in the Deuteronomy chapter 28. You will find it. I will go through it, but I don't want to, I'm going to go through it.
We'll get to the dietary. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
This is why they want us to break the laws of God, so the Most High don't protect us and keep us obese. And America is the most obese country upon the face of this earth. They're lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to be healthy or nothing. I'm not speaking about Jake. I'm speaking about Esau. Esau is the most laziest, most decrepit. He'll work out this and that, all this, but what? He promotes that situation in that program with all the American citizens. That's it.
Even like the foods here are bigger. Like if you travel other places, because I've lived other places,
right?
Like they have smaller portions of food. Like,
right.
But when you come to America, like
right.
you see the portions of food is so much bigger than like anywhere else. Right. Like I was like, what? All of this for me? Like it's huge.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And like the brother was saying,
you're right.
They promote gluttony, and not just that. The reason why the food is so big because they pump GMOs in it.
Right. Steroids.
They pump GMOs in it. The food you eat in other nations and with land or whatever is natural. That's why even China, I think it was North Korea, America tried to ship some meat. And North Korea said, hell no. We ain't taking it. They said, hell no. We banning all American meat.
France and all of that won't take America's foods.
Wow.
They won't take their meat.
And that's Edomites.
That's right. And they not
think about it. That's Edomites. They're like, nah, y'all different.
Not fit for consumption, is
right?
What they say.
Yeah. You had a point, brother?
Yeah, so like I just wanted to bring up the point that you were saying about the halal thing.
Right.
1 Corinthians 10 and 28.
Bring it out.
Bring it out, King.
But if any man say unto you, this is offered, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for thy sake that showed it, and for conscience sake, for the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So like you were saying, if they say halal, they praying. It's telling you that we're praying over this with halal.
Right.
So don't eat that. I'm telling you that I'm praying this food is being offered onto my idols. You know what I'm saying?
And look, the Arabics is a bunch of damn copycats. Cause read the word halal, Halal. Now, what is the other word missing? Halawaya, or hallelujah, which is from the Hebrew. The Arabic language came from the Paleo-Hebrew.
Facts.
You see, that's why it seems kind of similar. That's why we say shalom or shalom, and they say assalamu alaikum. That's what they say, right? That's why it seems kind of similar, but it's not the same. That's why their wicked idol god name is Allah, which is in the Hebrew, which means what? The angels, the power.
The power.
Right.
Yasharallah.
Yeah, Yasharallah. See? So it seemed kind of similar. That's why we can literally say to them, we're your God.
Yeah.
We are the actual gods of the earth. We're your Allah. And you're going to see it in the end days. You're going to find out. You're going to find out. Right? So bring what you got.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
So now we show one in Ezekiel 4:13, defiled foods. And the brother Brown, our great priest at 1 Corinthians 10:28. Defiled foods, serving unto idol gods. Bring it out.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. When everybody has it, say, Khan. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
Read on.
He is unclean to you.
He is unclean to you. The Most High already set up all type of animals. They all have a different job and a function. There's different systems and different hierarchies. For example, you got the animal kingdoms. You got the lions. You got the tigers. You got the jaguar. You got the cheetah. You got the panther. You got all different animals from that section right there. Right? But they're not as the same as what? As those of the birds of the air. You got the pigeons. You got the vultures. You got the blue jays. You got the hawks. You got the eagles. They're all of the air. They all have a different function. But guess what? You know what's funny? They all link.
Right.
With also those of the sea. You got the shark. You got the whale. You got the dolphin. You got the hammerhead. You got the fishes. You got the piranhas. They all link. You know what 3 links? The great white shark in the water. The lion, which is the king of the jungle on the land. And I think it's the eagle. Which one is the king of the skies? The eagle, right? The eagle is the king of the skies. So they're the top 3 in their sections. You see that? But what's bigger than the great white shark? The great whale. But guess what's known as the most? The great white shark.
Right.
What's bigger than a lion? A tiger and an elephant. But guess what's known as the king of the jungle? The lion.
Right.
What's bigger than the damn eagle? Can be the fastest and the highest, the king of the birds. But you got the falcon. You got all these different types of birds.
Vultures.
Yeah, vultures. But guess what? The eagle is the king of the skies. So it's shown from right there, just from those 3 right there. They're the top at their pecking order. In their category. Right? That's why the Most High likens Israel to what? The lion. Because it's the top of the nation in their category. Its job is to what? Enforce the laws of Yahweh Shema Shah on the earth. Like the lion enforced his jungle laws of what? Only the strongest.
Right.
But he's not really the strongest physically, but he got the most heart, the most courage. He's not the fastest, but he got timing.
Fearless.
Who's the fastest? The cheetah.
Right.
But the lion still outsmart him. Why? The same as the lion, the eagle, and the shark, they all have the same mentality. They play what? They all play chess. They all play chess. They move as it. That resembles who? Israel. That's why the Most High says in Deuteronomy chapter 4, I think it's 4 or chapter 6. The Lord said, this is your wisdom amongst the nations. They shall say, what great nation is this? The scriptures are wisdom. So as a nation, we all move in the operation of chess. Masterful. That's why who's the one that created chess? The children of Israel. Or the so-called Moors, which are the children of Israel. We have the knowledge and the wisdom, understanding, and the thoughts, and the instincts, and the quick mind, and the creation of our mind to make many inventions, and also to play everything like a game. You see? Yeah. Where we at?
Leviticus 11.
Con. So, and the pork was speaking about who? Who brought the pork to America? Christopher Columbus and the damn Spaniards brought it to America when it wasn't here before, because guess who was here? Northern Kingdom. Gad and Reuben was here. And Christopher Columbus brought the pork to America through the damn dusty ships, the Santa de Penta de Maria, that they always say in the damn school, right? And he brought that to America and he defiled the whole damn atmosphere. Everything was changed, man. And the rats and the roaches, like the brother was saying. Just that's why it says they did a plague on the damn earth. They step foot wherever it is destruction and death. Right? Read on.
Verse 8. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
Now let me show you how scriptural, how crazy this is, right? Let me get Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Now, what's the attribute of a pig? Don't you know a pig? I think a pig in Hebrew is like kazar. Kazar. And who's the one that they call Khazars? The Khazarians. The Jewish.
So-called Jews.
So-called Jews. You see? The pig in Hebrew is like Khazar, something like that, right?
Stop playing.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So the Most High will tie certain things together. Once you get it, you're like, wow. Like what? Check this out. The pig attributes to what? It's to eat, consume, non-stop. Right?
Greedy
just eat. Just keep eating. Bottomless stomach, bottomless pit. Right? Greedy. Right? Now let's see who else can do that too. Bring it out.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 5. When everybody has it, say, Con. Yea, also because his transgressors, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man.
He is a proud man. Read on.
Neither keepeth at home.
Neither what?
Neither keepeth at home.
Neither keepeth at home. Read on.
Who enlargeth his desires as hell.
Who enlarges his desire like a bottomless pit as hell. Who's that speaking about? Esau. Esau's attribute is like a pig and a glutton. Read on.
And is as death.
And is as what?
And is as death.
That's why what happened? If you're a killer or a murderer and you already killed the body, one of the things you can do, just throw it in the pig pen. It'll eat up everything. It'll consume everything.
Everything.
Right. That's like Esau. That's why what? The grape gatherers that left some grapes, he didn't leave nothing. That's his nature. So even the Most High made the pig to symbolize who? Esau. That's why he says what? You're not supposed to touch him or get near him. He's a swine. Shalom.
Shalom.
Whoa.
Brother Zabio Khan.
Good.
You're not supposed to touch the heathens or the pig or the pork or even get near it. That's why the Lord says what? It's supposed to separate, make it holy and separate. Read on.
Right. And is as death and cannot be satisfied.
It cannot be what?
And cannot be satisfied.
Can a pig be satisfied? No.
Keeps going.
You see, that's what I'm saying. The Most High make even the animals and symbolize the animals with nations. Everything the Most High does for a reason. He symbolized the pig with the nation of Esau and Edom. That's why it's called Edom. E-D-O-M. Edom. He's eating. Right? Read on.
And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
So he gathered unto him all nations. Babylon the Great. They want everybody to come over here. That's why it's called a melting pot. So Esau symbolized also a pig. A pig eats anything. Why? Because that's his job. That's what Esau's job is to do, to consume everything. Right? Hold that, and let me get, you got a precept you want to bring up?
No.
Let me get Matthew chapter 24, verse 20. 24, verse 22. And this is showing even the attributes with the animals. That's why with Israel, like a lion, the scripture said, Proverbs 13:30, a lion is strongest among all beasts. It don't turn back for nobody. Why? Because it's top dog in the jungle. That's the nation of Israel. We don't turn back for no other nation because we are the strongest nation upon the face of this earth. Read on.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 22. When everybody has it, say, Con. And except those days should be shortened.
Read on.
There should no flesh be saved.
Except the days be shortened. Why? Because this damn Edomite promotes what? Death and destruction. He enlarges himself like hell. And that's another key to show what? Wherever Esau goes, that's where his hell is at. That's why the Lord said, Malachi chapter 1, he's the border of wickedness. Border means a line, like this pen right here. He's a line. Wherever this pen is right here, that's where Esau is at. That's where wickedness is starting. Straight up. This man go to 134th Street, go to 34th Street, go to Broadway, go to the damn Mars. It's going to turn to a planet of wickedness because he's there. Right? Read on.
But for the elect's sake.
But for your elect's sake, read on.
Those days shall be shortened.
Read on.
Then.
Read it from the top again.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
So the Most High said, if he didn't shorten these, if he didn't speed up the time right now, and speed up Esau's reign right now, everyone will be finished. This man will kill everybody.
And the animals.
And the animals, like he's doing right now. He's doing it right now. He's killing himself.
Killing himself too.
That's why I said the Most High said you can't understand this man's thoughts or wisdom. His wisdom is gone. You don't understand you can't understand his mind. This man is so
snake eating his tail.
Yeah, boom, like the brother was saying. It's a dragon and a snake eating his tail, Ouroboros.
Right.
It's a circle. That's why the scripture says, Yahushua says, he that what? With the sword. What he said again?
Kill with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Right. And he also said, he said, if you kill with the sword, you gotta be killed with the sword. That's why the Most High gave Esau one blessing. What was that blessing?
The sword.
The sword. Why? He's gonna use that same sword to kill himself. He didn't get nothing else.
Got that sword up
Just
to
that.
his throat.
But with Jacob, he gave him everything. He got the sword against his throat.
God.
And he might try to pull off assault and try to kill himself with suicide, like they say Japanese with seppuku. Right? Read on.
Verse 23. Then, if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
And that's Esau right there, because he think he's Christ. He coming with the Caesar Borgia and put the whole damn thing in the air and everything, and in the midst of the 9 candlesticks, one like unto the heathen man, right? All the wickedness that's going on, and all trickery and everything. Read on.
Verse 24. For there shall arise false Christ.
They shall arise false Christ, man. Whatever happened to Creflo Dollar? What the hell is going on with him? Whatever happened to the What's that movement? Dr. Malachi York?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
How about Yahweh ben Yahweh?
Yahweh ben Yahweh. Yahweh been stunting. Yahweh been lying. Right? Like Osama bin Laden, Osama bin lying.
Good.
Right? Read on.
And false prophets.
And what?
And false prophets.
And false prophets. That's why it says the murderer rises with the light. The light is the Bible right here. To kill. That's why the brother was edifying the other brother and telling him, like, yo, on a class, like, yo, you don't understand. When he was talking about, yo, the Bible, it killed a lot of my people. You don't understand. They took the Bible and tried to remix it and use it against us. Why? Because it's the greatest weapon upon the face of this earth. It's the greatest weapon upon the face of the earth, and the enemy got their hands on it, which could be used as a weapon, as a gun, as a nuke, and use it against us. That's why the Lord said, Isaiah chapter 54 and 16 and verse 17, no weapon shall be formed against thee shall prosper. Why? Because we're going to probably put our hands on the weapon and use it in righteousness now.
Right.
And slay these damn demons and these heathens. Right? Read on.
And shall show great signs.
It shall show great signs like nuclear weapons, man. Dropping the atomic bombs. Making places like wilderness. Right? Read on.
And wonders.
And what?
And wonders.
And wonder. That's why it's like said the Wonder Bread. I can't believe it's not butter.
Right.
I can't believe these heathens still ruling right now. You know?
In so much that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
That's how deceptive of a devil this damn demon is. That he can even try to deceive.
Gotcha. The light.
Come.
Move
it towards.
Yeah, it's starting to really.
That he can even deceive the righteous of Israel with the lies. Right? So drop that and let's go back to Leviticus 11 and 7. Keep moving?
Yeah. It's like shining in your face.
Yeah, like the scripture says, I let your light shine.
Right. You gotta let some of that on though.
Good.
There you go.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 8. Of their flesh shall you not eat.
Read on.
And of their carcass shall you not touch.
Read on.
They are unclean to you.
They are unclean to you. You're not supposed to touch it, just like the heathens. So when you try to mix marriage with these other heathens, you're not supposed to marry with them. They're unclean to you. They're going to lead you astray from the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Like what happened with the situation with Delilah and Samson. She was a Philistine who lied to Samson and tricked him and tried to have him fall in love with her. So now she can set him up and what? Sacrifice him to the damn plate to her people. Right. And to her nation. And she was trying to find out his strength. When she found out what it was, she exposed him immediately. And now he got his eyes poked out. He got chained like a damn beast. And now he had to pray back to the Most High God after being proud, after being pompous, after thinking he got it like that. I think that the Most High used him as a judge. And now he had to get crucified. But the Most High still have mercy upon him in the last seconds. That's another scripture. That's another reason why the brother Ephraim, Elder Ephraim, put out with that lesson. You know all the scriptures, all the breakdowns, all the Hebrews, all the German all the languages. But you can still be a wicked nigga. You can still be a wicked nigga. So and guess what the Most High is doing? He's using your knowledge that he gave you to get you puffed up to what? To now raise up your spirit to a certain point and then give all that to somebody else. And you're just going to be looking all feeble, just like, damn, that could have been me. Why? Because you wasn't sincere in this truth. Right? So, drop that, and let's go to, let's go back to Deuteronomy 28. So that was just one speaking about hunger. Right? We're going to wind it down soon enough. Most High will. Bring it up.
But you want to read Deuteronomy 48 real quick for me?
Hold up. I got a quick one. Let me give y'all one quick example. Let me get Deuteronomy 7 and 1. And then hold that, and we'll go to, let me get Deuteronomy 7 and 1. There's a quick cut right here for people that's saying, with this scripture right here, bring it out.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 1. When everybody has it, say, Con. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it,
read on,
and hath cast out many nations before thee.
Read on.
The Hittites.
The who?
The Hittites.
The Hittites, read on.
And the Girgashites.
The Girgashites, read on.
And the Amorites.
Read on.
And the Canaanites.
Read on.
And the Perizzites.
Read on.
And the Hivites.
Read on.
And the Jebusites.
And the Jebusites, read on.
7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Now, check this. All nations, they have their own tribes in their nations. The children of Israel, as a nation of Israel, we have 12 tribes in our nation. The Edomites have their tribes in their nations. Right? They got the Spaniards, they got the Italians, they got the French, they got the German, they got the Ukrainian, they got the Russian, they got more and more and more. Those are all Edomites. The English, the Romanians, the Dutch, the Greeks, those are all Edomites. Those are their tribes in their nations. Right? But some people use that scripture to say, hey, you ain't got to deal with the Hamites, but you can deal with the Edomites and the Arabics and all these other nations. You just can't deal with the Hamites. That's what the Lord said. You don't understand. The Most High, we're using that as context right there. Most High is talking about other 17 heathen nations, but for just that one particular scripture, he was using just the Hamites just for that example. So that's speaking about who? The nation of the Hamites right there. But he also said the other heathen nations, and we're going to give you a quick cut immediately. Let me get 1 Ezra chapter 8, verse 69. Right? It's a good precept. I can write right next to Deuteronomy 7 and 1. 1 Ezra chapter 8 and verse 69.
This book of 1 Ezra chapter 8 verse 69. When everybody has to say Con.
That's why you got to have the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and New Testament. You can link stuff together. Because some in the Old Testament, they won't give you the words and full breakdown compared to other scriptures in the Apocrypha. And then the New Testament, for example, the book of Ecclesiastes is what? It ties in with the book of Sirach. That's why I got so much knowledge. Ecclesiastes is the book of knowledge, of wisdom and understanding from Solomon. And the book of Sirach is expanding on it. The book of Sirach is where you got like certain topics like rich man or poor man, where you got like being a bad son or a bad servant, and it expands on it. So each book in the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, it gives you a whole topic for each chapter. And scriptures that go back and forth with it. The good and the bad of it, the balance. Right? Bring it out.
It's the book of 1 Ezra chapter 8 verse 69. The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, and Levites have not put away from them the strange people of the land.
So the Most High said, at that time, we didn't put away the strange people of the land. The Lord said what? The nation of Israel, which are the sons and daughters of the Most High God. The princes, the priests, and the Levites. Read on.
Nor the pollutions of the Gentiles, to wit.
So the pollutions, so not just strange, but pollutions which is of defiled foods and defiled heathens around us, of the Gentiles. Then the Most High said for us to be holy and separate from these other nations. Read on.
Of the Canaanites.
Of the who?
Of the Canaanites.
Of the Canaanites, like a damn canine, like a damn dog. That's why the Most High say they're a bunch of dogs. Read on.
Hittites.
Of the Hittites, right, who's always abusing the children of Israel and becoming hitters. Read on.
Parasites.
Parasites. You come on, it's not a coincidence, man.
That's called.
God, it's not a coincidence. Parasites. Read on.
Jebusites.
A bunch of Jezebels. Read on.
And the
not only are, when we have children, it's not just regular seed. The Lord said it's a holy seed. Because he will bless it if you follow the Lord's statute commandments in righteousness, man. Read on.
And the holy seed is mixed with the strange people
With
of the
strange
land.
people, man. So now you take it from having clothes that are clean with clothes that are dirty. You try to mix and match. It don't make no sense. You try to mix different strands and fabrics. It don't make no sense. You try to mix different nations of people together. The Most High don't like confusion, like I said, 1 Corinthians 14. You're causing confusion. Read on.
And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have partakers of this iniquity.
From the beginning, man, stiff-necked and hard-hearted, man. Rebellious. Have partakers in what is what?
Iniquity.
So it's a great sin. It's not no regular sin. It's a great sin. Most I said don't mix with these heathens, man. That's why I kind of what? I liken it unto the food. With the pork, the shrimp, crab, and lobsters. That's these heathens. Read on. Jump to verse.
Adequate precept.
All right, bring it up. We'll drop that and you bring out your precept.
Just a quick precept on this. 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1.
1 Kings 11:1.
Just expanding on what the brother Ariah is just bringing out, you know, because again, all the scriptures are for our learning and edification and correction and righteousness, right? But the Lord forbids us mixing with any of those nations because none of those nations are the chosen seed. All right, 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved
But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh.
All right, that's the Egyptians.
Woman of the Moabites.
The Moabites.
Ammonites.
Right.
Edomites.
Who?
Edomites.
Go ahead.
Sidonians.
Right.
And Hittites.
All right, so all those nations, to name a few, go ahead.
Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them.
Right, so that cuts that right there too. None of the other nations the Lord wants us to deal with. Because they'll turn your heart away from the Most High. Keep going.
Neither shall they come in unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Solomon clave unto these in love.
Right, so that cuts that right there too.
Beautiful precept. So we gave y'all 3 quick precepts. One in Deuteronomy 7:1, one in 1 Esdras 8:69, and the brother brought out a beautiful one in 1 Kings 11:1 and 2. So that's 3 quick precepts you can line up to cut that interracial marriage doctrine immediately. Immediately. Right? That's why it says iron sharpening iron, man.
Good.
Yeah. Good. All right, so let's go to Deuteronomy 28 verse 48, because we're going to wind it down. Deuteronomy 28 verse 48. So we had the one with hunger. Bring it out.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Read on.
In hunger and
in hunger. So in hunger we dealt with that, with the shrimp, crab, and lobsters and the pork, and the defiling and defiled breads of the food of the nations and heathens, and destroying our temples. Read on.
And in thirst.
And in what?
And in thirst.
Now what's the thirst right here? It can be physically and spiritually. The living waters.
That's the
right? You got a precept?
Yeah.
All right, hold that and bring it out. The living waters. Right? Because guess what? We're drinking from their fountain now. We're drinking from their cistern and from their bucket. Right? A bucket of crap. Right? We're getting drunk and high and losing our damn mind off of their damn doctrines. Off of their damn wine.
Right.
But we the greatest one at making wine and all different things.
Right.
Bring it out.
Right. Con, that's the spirit right there, because that's the main hunger and thirst that we're starving from right now. Is the words of the Lord. I want to bring out John chapter 6 verse 35.
Bring it out. John chapter 6 verse 35. It's the book of John, chapter 6 and verse 35. When anybody have to say con? John chapter 6, verse 35. And Yahushua said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst.
Right? And that's the main hunger and thirst, right? Physically, of course, through these curses and the captivity that we're brought into physically and spiritually, most importantly. But it's because we're also not following Yahushua. And remember, he comes through the volume of the book. He's been there since the beginning, like it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and Hebrews 10. Right? He's the one who was there when they was given the commandments. Yeah. We was given the word to him. He is that. Right. So now we're in hunger and thirst of this word, most importantly, and it's coming along with the physical aspect too.
Beautiful precept. So go back to Deuteronomy 28. Maybe 3 or 4 more precepts, and we're going to close it out. Bring it up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
And in thirst, the living waters and also the drinking. You're supposed to have wine, natural wine. Right? Not no wickedness, not no getting drunk like crazy, losing your mind, losing your thoughts, sweetheart.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. Now this is very important. I'm going to give you out 2 precepts. Let me get Numbers 15 and 38. So this is speaking about how they had us wearing the clothes of American system, suits and ties and everything, and have the women wearing pants and all this stuff, instead of us coming back to our beautiful garments, and the woman come back to a beautiful style and dress with fringes and modest apparel. So Numbers 15 and 38.
Con, it's the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. When everybody has to say, Con. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Read on.
Throughout their generations.
So this is forever. Throughout your generations. Read on.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Read on.
Verse 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So you're supposed to use it to remember the commandments of the Most High, and wear it also is a spiritual protection and a physical protection and a light. People see it, they're like, yo. Then they ask you like the ID card, man. I remember we was last time we was in Camden, New Jersey. No, we was in Patterson. We was walking. It was me, Ephraim, and Shower Palm. And we was walking at night. And we was checking out the different roads and the streets and everything. Instead of us turning right on one road, we turned left, and we seen 2 brothers with fringes on. And it was like, yo, Shalom. It was like, yo, I didn't know y'all be here, this and that. And they're like, they just came from Bible study and Sabbath and everything. Wow. And how they recognize this because of the fringes. Right. But if you're tucking in your fringes, that's doing what? That's showing you ashamed of who you are. Right? Read on.
God. Throughout their generations, and that they put upon the ribbon, upon the fringe of the borders of a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
It's for us to remember the commandments of the Lord, man. We have law, statute, commandments. We have order. The Most High gave us law, statute, commandments, and to be what? As the people on this earth, as his representation, man. As order. And as we come in order, the Most High is going to beautify us in these last days. Read on.
And do them.
And what?
And do them.
Stop being an excuser. Stop lying. Stop just hearing the word, but also do the word. Follow it. Walk in them steps, man. Have faith. Have courage. Be bold. Read on.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes.
And lead not to your own understanding. Stop letting your eyes be astray. You got all these sleepy eyes. All these. You want to look at this nation, that nation. Look at this sister, that sister. All these different heathens. When that's all folly. That's distractions. And darkness instead of you waking up to the light. Read on.
After which ye used to go a-whoring.
To go a-whoring. And you become what? You become a spiritual, damn near spiritual, what do you call it, prostitute or something like
harlot,
that? A spiritual harlot.
Yeah.
And you cheat against the Most High when the Most High about to give you the kingdom of heaven and gloriousness and immortality and eternity and chariots and galaxies and planets and millions of servants and everything that you can even think of and rest. That's your how about Shri Havashai to the children of Israel. That's why the children of Israel is what? We starting to get the kingdom right now. And the damn Edomites is falling down the damn wayside. Like damn lightning, right? Drop that. Let me get Isaiah 52 and verse 1. That's why the Lord said, put on your beautiful garments. Right? And all these from what? Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48. Bring it out.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 52, verse 1. When everybody has to say, Con. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments.
So the Most High said that's your strength. The knowledge, wisdom, understand the Lord's statute commandments. Well, you even put on your garments because what? Guess what's important about garments? What you wear is what you are. What you wear is how you're going to move, is how you're going to think, how you're going to feel. Like I always give an example in basketball. Why you always got that one Jake who's trash as who's whack as hell, right? But he got on the full Jordan, the full Jordan combo.
God.
He got the headband, he got the armband, he got the sneakers, he got the shorts, he got the jerseys, right? He got the damn fingernail, everything, all that stuff. He got the chewing gum, right? Why? Because in his mind he think he's Jordan. So guess what happened? He started to play like Jordan, and he started to shoot his shot. He expect to make it. Even though he know he's trash.
Right.
Why? Because his mind is what he's wearing.
Exactly.
That's how he feels. It's a spirit.
I want to bring just a quick
Count.
all right. I want to bring out Sirach chapter 19 verse 29.
Sirach 19:29.
And 30.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 29. Would anybody have a say Khan? Sirach chapter 19 verse 29. A man may be known by his look. A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him.
Go ahead.
A man's attire.
What are fringes?
A man's attire.
Right.
And excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
Right. So it says a man may be known by his look. Right. If you encounter somebody for the first time, the way that they carry themselves, their appearance, that's the first thing you see about somebody. Right. Yes, we're spiritual, but we're in these beings. Right. You see a man. Okay, he got his beard all grown out. All right, he wears fringes, this and this, right? Your appearance, your attire, it's a prelude to what you're gonna be like, possibly, right? If you're always joking around, silly dilly, you're never serious about nothing. You know what I mean? All that is a part of who we are, and it comes with our heritage.
Beautiful precept. So let's finish off Isaiah 52.
It's Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come in to thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
So put on thy beautiful garments. The Most High saying it ain't raggedy, he says beautiful. And Aziyah Bashim Shai, when you're keeping his laws and commandments. And the garments can represent what? Physically and also spiritually, which is you keeping the laws. O Jerusalem, which is what? Is a people first before a city or a nation. The holy city. We are holy people, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. That's the heathens right there. That's why the Lord said you're not supposed to come in unto them, but they're supposed to come in unto you. Not supposed to marry, no contracts, no nothing. When Yahushua come, ain't gonna be no negotiations, ain't gonna be no marching, no peace treaties, ain't gonna be like peace, no justice, no peace. It's gonna be straight up a domination, reign, and slaughter. That's what Yahushua is bringing. He's bringing a whole new agenda, right? So drop that, and we'll go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 48 again. And then we'll bring out two last precepts on it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness.
So we went with the food. We got food and righteousness of the laws. Hunger, that's right there. Thirst, when it comes to the wine. When it comes to the water, living water, that's of the Bible, the scriptures, right? And eating healthy. And also in nakedness. Instead of following the ways of America and their system and their society and their style, follow the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the ancient ways that we have kept. Like the scripture says in the Maccabees, it says, it seen a young man with warlike apparel. Mighty, warriors. Read on.
And in want of all things.
Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
So you have to put the yoke of iron upon our neck. Transatlantic slave trade, Arab slave trade, the Silk Road slave trade, all different slave trades that we don't even think about, that we don't put up, we don't even look for research. We've been through captivity since the book of Judges will even show it, man. That whole book of Judges, children of Israel in captivity. But that's yoke of iron upon our neck. Now let's end it off with Baruch chapter 4, verse 25 or 24. Right? So we're going to end it off with that. Time. Bring it out.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, start at verse 24. What everybody has to say, Khan. like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity.
So now the neighbors of Zion, they're not speaking about our people. We are true neighbors. Speaking about the other nations, the 17 heathen nations, read on, have seen our captivity, read on.
So shall they shortly see your salvation.
So same as they put chains on our neck, the Arabics, the Japanese, the Chinese, the East Indians, the Africans, the Edomites, these damn Japanese, all these, whatever the hell they want to call themselves. They all put the children of Israel in slavery. Each and every one of them had their turn against us. Read on.
Shall they shortly see your salvation from
Shortly.
God.
Why? Because the Most High is speeding up the time immediately. Why? Because the Most High was hyped. He's ready for this. The angels, Yahweh Shah, the angels of the heavens is ready for this, man. They can't wait to execute judgment on this wicked place, man. Read on.
Which shall come upon you with great glory.
With great glory. Same as Yahweh Shah had his glory, the nation of Israel. Imagine the nation of Israel get their glory together as a nation. Beautified. The meek shall inherit the earth in beauty. No more tears, no more sorrow, no more pains, no more crying, no more hurt, no more nothing. We're going to be what? Immortal, man. In righteousness, in glory. Read on.
And brightness of the everlasting.
Brightness of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Mentally, spiritually, and physically. And we're going to really be a light unto the whole world. Read on.
Verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from God.
So we have to suffer right now. We're in punishment. But guess what? Time is almost up. You can see the clock winding down. It's seconds left. Israel about to open up the door. They're about to break out of the room. They're about to go wild and have some fun. Read on.
For thy enemy hath persecuted thee.
So the enemy is shooting us, locking us down, and knocking us out, and just killing us, murdering us, lynching us, putting us in a wicked court system, lying against us, putting vaccines on us. Right? Read on.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck.
So the Most High said we're going to see them fall, their destruction. That's why the Most High is bringing the elements, the tsunamis, the earthquakes, the thunderstorms, shaking the earth. The stock market is crashing down. All these different places. So now he said we're going to see his destruction, him falling. And as he fall, like Joshua did in the book of Joshua, he told all the Israelites to what? Come near the heads of the kings and put your foot on their neck. That's what the Most High going to have us do in these last days. So with that, all praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Beautiful job from the brother Rock Aviyad. Go ahead.
I wanted to bring a precept. When you was talking about you're gonna have.
Bring it out. Bring it out. Alright, we ended off with that.
First Corinthians 14:20.
Bring it out. All praise, man. Like the brother was saying, like the saying goes, man. Work hard now and play later. That's what we're doing right now. We're working hard right now so we can get a chance to enjoy. With that, all praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Another Sabbath service through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The water for you brothers and sisters that's on the call, on the line, that's watching, and Kwame Yashua.
Come.